Yesterday, we had our second or third highest sales day. It's funny because my previous content was made by a Fiverr creator. It got the job done, but it wasn't exactly the easiest on the eyes. My background is in marketing, so I have a pretty good understanding of how things should work and how things should be. But being a bootstrapped brand, it was really a matter of just get something up there to sort of have Rusty's place within Amazon, sort of a unfortunate placeholder, and just make sure that we could sell products. Once I knew that we could sell products and the crowded space had room for another small brand, I knew that with the power of Amazon, with how much traffic and sales the platform does, there's no reason not to invest heavily in your presence. Our daily vitamin, which is the mealtime multi, and then the daily defense, which is like an allergy and immune support. These together are the 1-2 punch that check all the boxes for dog and puppy health. So based on referrals and seeing previous work and sort of having an understanding of what it should be, it was easy to identify who could check all those boxes for me. One of the biggest things for me was just the price and sort of the accessibility to your team. I didn't want like a one hitter quitter where you do the work and then you move on and I never hear from you again. It's been several months since we completed our project and your team is still helping me out. The process was very detail oriented and very granular, which I think could be a pro and con. Like if you are launching a brand and like nothing about A/B testing and advertising and stuff like that, it might almost be too detailed. But the process was great. You know what steps are happening when you guys don't miss anything. And I think that's the key. Even if it's the smallest thing that the regular person doesn't acknowledge or thinks matters, your team is definitely coming through it. And these days, I think there's such an emphasis on like the brand presence online, whether you have a fancy, flashy website with graphics and things moving and all the extra stuff. The same goes for Amazon, because for a lot of people, this is their first touch point to your brand. And so you want them to feel confident in your brand. And in a weird way, the content can give off some of that confidence to the consumer. So seeing more consistent sales was great. Less reliance on paid media and paid ads within Amazon. The storefront was really exciting because when the storefront went live, the most immediate performance change was an increase in daily sales. So we've never had a challenge just plain old selling, but now we're seeing days with multiple SKUs being moved. Yesterday, we had our second or third highest sales day. And I think a lot of that has to do with the consumer confidence. If they like the product that they're looking for, why not go see what else the brand offers? Why not commit more to the brand? I have 3 SKUs live, and our store is the portal to see what else Rusty's can offer someone. The role of the store is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not only convincing more people to buy, but it's convincing people to buy more. They don't have to jump around trying to find the other products. I'm still small enough where like Amazon will promote my product in a bundle with other products. So getting people staying in the Rusty's lane with the A+ content and the store is beneficial. What's even more important than the actual content, the actual creation, is the research you guys do, whether it's just familiarizing yourself with the subject brand or it's the competitor research. That was the most eye-opening for me, because that's something that I do from a meta perspective and from a Shopify perspective, is understanding what else is going on in the industry. No reason to recreate the real wheel, right? If there's brands that are successful in your space, how do you take learnings from that and put your own twist on it? That was probably the most important and most rewarding piece. Anyone can make Photoshop assets, right? But it's the learnings and it's the research and it's what goes into those assets that I don't think people really understand. It's like you could get assets from anyone, but you're not going to know why they're making them that way. You're not going to know where the inspiration came from. And obviously performance is probably not going to follow.